If you are a dance producer, you pretty much know what is going on in Amsterdam right now. It's Amsterdam Dance Event. Well, actually, when this video goes live, I think it's the last day of Amsterdam Dance Event. I've been to ADE, Amsterdam Dance Event, a few times. If you ask me, it's completely ridiculous, and it's actually pretty close from my studio, because my own studio is in Amsterdam South, better known as Arnhem. But if you say Arnhem, then nobody knows what you're talking about. So my studio is just in the south of Amsterdam. It's actually just in the Netherlands, but yeah. During ADE, a lot of crazy things are going on. Not a lot of serious business things, just a lot of crazy things. If you ask me, I've been there, done that. One of those crazy things, like the craziest thing I've ever seen, is Spinnin Records launching its own plugin. Yes, you heard it right in the intro. Spinnin launches its own plugin bass. Plugin bass. So the plugin is called Bass. Spinnin Records has been working on its own plugin. So why should a record label make a plugin? Well, they didn't make it because they made it together with the software manufacturer Prology, and Spinnin is coupling its name to it. Probably is getting something paid for that. Because of that, the plugin will launch way bigger, which is of course very smart from a marketing point of view. But you know, stamping an S on a plugin doesn't mean that it's great. That's actually why I'm making these videos. This piece of software helps producers create a better balance between bass and drums. Of course, it's always about the bass and drums. EDM, there's only one question: how do you mix a kick with a bass? And the rest, they're not interested in that. And if I hear a lot of EDM records, they are also not interested in making a big kick and bass sound. But yeah, you can hear some frustration from me about EDM mixing. It's actually where I came from. My original company was called edmmixing.com. And it's now gone, and it's now YT Studio, and now I'm doing all styles, including EDM, but only serious EDM. So where do I get it? Well, I have a link over here. Like that. Billing address. No, why do I have to? Okay, case. Good. Harry Nak in Amsterdam, of course. 1234 AB. Continue. Click here to download. Kaboom! Download. Kaboom! Today you are going to see me making MIDI. Things with MIDI. Making music, maybe even. Think I'm going to be a dance producer right now. And yeah, so okay. Alright, so da 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 da. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so these are the presets in there, which I'm using because sounds like EDM. Goes very loud, by the way. Did I? No, okay, so you have to, when using this plugin, you have to look at your output, because it's clipping as hell. On the other hand, a lot of things in EDM are clipping as hell. They don't care about VU meters or peak meters. So maybe that's also intentional that the output volume is a bit too high. But yeah, let's continue. So that's annoying. And what it also is, it's a plugin which is based on presets. So what actually is in here are, if you ask me, luxurious samples. It's this luxurious sample pack, because you cannot make your own sound in here. I mean, you can change the dynamic characteristics, so the ASMR. No, what is it called? AD ADSR. ADSR. Attack, decay, sustain, release. Or ASDR. Attack, sustain, decay, release. Or A, something like that. So cool. What do I have to say about this? Because I'm not a dance producer. I'm an audio engineer. But from an audio engineering point of view, well, there are a few things which is nice. First one is split audio. So what it can do is it can make 2 extra outputs, which will split the kick and the bass from each other, which is like a blessing if you ask me. What happens a lot of times with productions that come to the studio that come from a plugin, not specifically like a kick bass plugin, but like a whole symphonic orchestra is coming from a plugin into one stereo bus. Sometimes that sounds good, and sometimes it really needs some extra work. You actually want to blend it a bit more on the console and stuff, and people are having a hard time exporting that as separated tracks. So it's really cool that at least they are giving you the option to split the audio. You can also split the MIDI, which means that one side of your keyboard will be the kick and the other side of the keyboard will be your bass line. So now we have kick over here and bass over here. Like, also super handy if you want to program it in a different way for MIDI. But there is one downside of this whole plugin, which could also be an upside, which could, you know, it's your own opinion about this, but my opinion is that things like this, these are just, as I say, luxurious sample packs. I think it doesn't really matter how you see this. This thing will become a big success because, you know, Spinnin is pushing it, but their marketing budget is way bigger than my YouTube channel. So yeah, why do I even care? The thing is, genericness. The first time that I heard generic in combination with music was when I was talking to a producer who was talking to me about mixing generic EDM tracks. Like, generic EDM tracks? That's like an EDM track with no creativity in it. Seems to be a thing nowadays. Generic EDM. This plugin helps with that because although it does have a pretty large amount of presets, like there are a lot in here, there are a lot of people that are going to use this plugin and will use these presets, like quickly make a track and release it. And of course they will be successful with that because that's how the EDM works, but it will make the sound so much more generic. And I actually like to be challenged when I'm audio engineering, like making something creative. So why not make a creative EDM track? Why do you want to sound like someone else? And you know, that's a big thing in EDM. In EDM it's a very big thing. Everybody wants to sound like someone else. It seems almost like that the scene is against individuality. And this plugin actually, you know, confirms that. So yeah, what do I think of this plugin? Is this thing snake oil? Well, you of course expect a reaction from me like, yes, this thing is snake oil, this thing is shit and stuff. It isn't. It's actually exactly doing what you're expecting it is doing. And I really think, although that I don't like the plugin, but I think that this plugin will be a big success. And when I'm going to visit Dance Fair and going to look at some seminars, which I'm planning to do next year, I think I will see it in every single seminar. So yeah, that's my conclusion of this plugin. And that was also a journey, you guys seeing me with MIDI. Yeah, painful. With that being said, I want to thank ProLodi, in particular Alexander, for giving me an early preview of this plugin, because I actually already had this plugin like a few weeks. And I want to, of course, thank you guys, the viewers, because without viewers, a YouTuber is nowhere. So thanks a lot. And if you want to help me, support me, you can always like and comment and subscribe, of course. And if you want to do even more than that, the 2 things that support me the most are, 1, my Patreon campaign, check it out over here, early access to my videos, behind the scenes content. You can run a track to my tape machine and even get my personal advice, Patreon, or just watching another video. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Peace. Bye bye.